This is Rickus.
And Hursty.
Coming at you live. Well, not quite live, actually. Not live at all.
Not in any way, shape or form live.
No. With another Wee Dram.
Hey.
What are we going to get into this time?
Well, I think it's only fair that we pay testament to one of the greatest marketing scams of all time. Or at least in Scotch whisky.
Yeah. I'm sort of on a seesaw of it's brilliant, but I hate it at the same time.
And that's fair. Yeah, it is, as all things Diageo.
Mm-hmm. We are referring to, of course, the Classic Malts series. A selection of 6 single malt whiskies launched and marketed together in 1988, originally by United Distillers and Vintners, also known as UDV, which is now owned by Diageo.
Yeah, they became Diageo, didn't they?
Yeah, I think... Actually, I'm not sure. I didn't look too much into that part of the history. I kind of assumed that Diageo just bought UDV.
I'm pretty sure UDV became Diageo due to a remarketing thing, but
idea.
Because I found references to UDV, aka Diageo, in some of the things I read. So I believe they became Diageo.
So when Guinness merged with, who was the other mob they merged with? Grand Metropolitan. No, that was in 97.
Yeah, 97. I think they brought Diageo into existence as Diageo, but I think that was their originations, or their originations, their origins even were as UDV.
Right. So, which malts are the classic malts?
Well, and look, as much as I thumb my nose to most things Diageo, if it wasn't for the 6 classic malts given to me as a gift as when I was 18, I probably wouldn't be as into Scotch whisky as I am. So there is something to be said.
And the fact that you've said that a couple of times on the podcast, I think that's led us to where we are now.
I think it is. And it's often, again, a testament to good marketing and evil genius.
It is evil genius.
Yeah. And look, Diageo are a powerhouse. They're an utter powerhouse.
Yeah, they are. They're unstoppable.
They are. And
law unto themselves.
And for the 6 classic malts, the Glenkinchie, the Dalwhinnie, the Cragganmore, the Oban, the Talisker, and the Lagavulin.
So what regions do they represent?
Well,
you've got Glenkinchie from the lowlands.
You've got Lagavulin from Islay.
Mm-hmm. One of our favourites. And save the best till last. Dalwhinnie, Highland.
Cragganmore, Speyside. This
is where it gets conjecturous. Well, actually, this is just where it gets completely ridiculous, and it proves the point that it's a fucking marketing scam. Oban from West Highland. There is no designated region. Protected region?
Protected region, yep.
West Highland. It's just a fucking excuse to include them, basically, because they couldn't decide between Dalwhinnie and Oban.
And Talisker is the same. The Isle of Skye is not a protected region.
All the islands except for Islay fall into the Highland category.
So you've got 3 representative of the Highlands.
Yes.
But there are 4 classic malts.
3 very, very different malts, though.
Yeah, exactly. But the 4 classic malts doesn't have the same ring to it as the 6 classic malts.
Do you notice anything missing?
I do. I've noticed that one of the actual regions, protected regions of Scotland, i.e. Campbelltown, is not represented.
I wonder why that is. Because Diageo haven't extended their filthy claws into Campbelltown yet.
I don't believe they own any of the 3 distilleries active in Campbelltown, whereas you'll find that all of these distilleries, the representatives of the classic malts, in inverted commas, are all Diageo owned.
Yes, exactly.
Diageo, hey?
They've also released a limited edition Classic Malts as a distiller's edition, where each representative has had additional maturation in like beyond the standard edition age in special casks, selected by the master distiller at each distillery. So you got Dalwhinnie finished in Oloroso, Glenkinchie in Amontillado, Cragmore in port, which fuck yeah, I love a port finish.
You do?
Oban in Fino Sherry from Montilla, Talisker in Amoroso Sherry. Sorry, I'll start again. Talisker in Amoroso Sherry, which fucking anything would improve Talisker. And Lagavulin in Pedro Jimenez.
Pedro Jimenez.
God, that sounds delightful.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Do we want to give Diageo the treatment?
If you know it.
Yeah. So is it a case of Soulless multinational corporation, or is it tall poppy syndrome, where it's kind of Australian nature to cut down the tall poppy?
Oh, look, it's
because admittedly, if I was a stakeholder in Diageo, I'd be fucking stoked.
You would be, but you'd also be soulless. It's unequivocally the former.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is what capitalism results in, and it's not just a case of, it's the epitome of.
Yeah, true. I'll give you that.
You know, these dudes.
It just reminds me of that South Park episode where they I think is it a big supermarket comes to town.
Yeah.
They all start shopping there. They realise that they're doing wrong. Fuck it, they burn it down. Fuck it, let's go back to Mum and Pop's. Mum and Pop's store ends up becoming more popular, ends up becoming real big and shit. Now, fuck it, burn it down. Let's not make that mistake again.
Yeah.
I might have got that totally wrong, but...
Oh, look, South Park do wonderful work, regardless of whether you get it wrong or not.
Yeah, true. Oh, so, yeah, wee bit on Diageo. British multinational beverage company, headquarters in London. They operate in more than 180 countries and produce in more than 140 sites around the world. That's an invented name, composed of the Latin word dies, meaning day, and the Greek root geo, meaning world. And it's meant to reference the company's slogan, celebrating life every day, everywhere. I think the only thing they celebrate is cash. Feels like they own fucking everything when it comes to Scotch whisky.
When you go through the list of what they've got their fingers in or own completely, it's a long list.
It's nuts. Johnny Walker, Buchanan's, Cardew, Justerini and Brooks, Bell's, Black and White, Whitehorse, Logan, Kailila, Fat 69, Oban, Talisker, Lagavulin, Glenkinchie, Dalwhinnie, Cragmore, Clynelish, Singleton, including Glenord, Dimple, Royal Lochnagar, Glenelgin, Knockandoo, Windsor, Grand Old Pa, Ochreusk, Benrinnes, Blair Athol, Dalwayne, Glenlossie, Glenspey, Inchgower, Linkwood, Manickmore, Mortlack, Strathmill, and Teeninnick.
So you'll also notice that each of the Game of Thrones distilleries are included.
Yeah, that's something I never put two and two together.
Amongst those distilleries.
Until the other night.
Look, they're fucking great at making money and working out what's going to make money and then buying the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And closing down anything that's in competition.
So going back to... There is a slight degree of jealousy here.
Look, that's anyone that successful has had to fuck a whole bunch of people over.
Oh, I'm sure.
And no one likes to be fucked over. And no one likes having... You're right, there is always an element of tall poppy syndrome when someone is as successful as that. But that kind of success breeds contempt.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll agree wholeheartedly. Well, lots of controversy. Lots of controversy is entangled with the brand.
Of course.
2003... its decision to change Cardew brand Scotch whisky from a single malt to a blend whilst retaining the original name and bottle style caused a bit of a stir.
The only thing they did different was change a single word on the label. from single malt to, was it pure malt?
Pure malt, yeah. I love that.
So they just changed one word and didn't tell anyone. And then obviously people went, hang on, this ain't right. This isn't 12-year-old Cardew. Oh, fuck no, it's a 12-year-old blend that incorporates a shitload of Cardew in it. And that was to protect their stock for Johnny Walker.
Yeah. Savages.
Whatever they can get away with.
Exactly like you said, they didn't have enough stock to meet the demand in the Spanish market, pretty much. But in 2006, they changed it back. Who knows why? I doubt it was from public pressure. Or maybe sales plummeted. Maybe it was public pressure. I hope so.
Anything that threatens the bottom line.
Yeah. In 2009, they announced that after 200 years of association with the town of Kilmarnock, this is something we touched on in episode 11, Battle of the Blends. Go back and listen to that if you want more info about this. They would be closing the Johnny Walker blending and bottling plant as part of a restructuring to the business. So that made 700 workers unemployed, caused outrage from press, local people, pollies. There was a campaign against the decision launched by the local SNMP MSP Willie Coffey. I wonder if he was related to Old Mate Coffee with the still.
Coffee still. Yeah.
Go back and listen to the St. Patrick's Day special.
Indeed.
For more on that. Labour MP Des Brown. That's him. Anus Coffee.
Anus Coffee.
The last thing you want to drink. A petition was drawn up against the plans, which also involved the closure of the historic Port Dundas grain distillery in Glasgow, obviously to no avail. In February 2009, it was reported in The Guardian that the company had restructured itself so as to avoid paying tax in the UK.
Jeez.
Fucking Church of Diageo.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's a latter day. The National Puerto Rican Coalition planned to run a series of ads in New York and Puerto Rico urging a boycott of Diageo-owned alcoholic drinks to protest the corporation's production move of its Captain Morgan rum from Puerto Rico and the US to the US Virgin Islands.
Yeah, they own more than just Scotch whiskey. They own just about fucking everything.
They've got their hands in everything. What was the other one? Jose Cuervo we talked about.
Yeah, they got fucking Smirnoff vodka. It's one of theirs as well.
Fair income. They advertise that something. I'd say that's the biggest selling of vodka in Australia.
Probably would be.
Yeah, if you're going to name a vodka, it's the one that you name, pretty much. Yeah. 2011, they agreed to pay more than $16 million to settle US civil regulatory charges that it made improper payments to foreign officials. They were accused of violating the US Foreign Corrupt Practices Act through its subsidiaries to obtain lucrative sales and tax benefits for its Johnny Walker and Windsor Scotch whiskies and other brands. 9th of May 2012, Scottish craft brewery Brewdog revealed that Diageo had threatened to withdraw funding from the British Institute of Innkeeping Scotland's annual awards if Brewdog was to be named winner of the Best Bar Operator.
And no one wants their funding taken away.
Yeah. They were forced to issue an apology.
As they fucking should be.
Forced? They didn't do it willingly.
No, of course not. They don't do anything willingly.
Yeah.
Except make money.
Except cash. Except Scrooge McDuck the shit out of it. Waiter, what's this Diageo doing in my vault? Backstroke, sir. In 2015, they released an advertising campaign showing a young girl crying with her makeup smeared as her sister looks at her from the doorway and the caption, "Who's following in your footsteps? Out of control drinking has consequences." The director of Rape Crisis Network Ireland said Diageo blames victims of sexual violence for the crimes that have been committed against them. This is harmful, regressive, and hurtful, which targets the vulnerable.
Look, I can't disagree.
Yeah, being a man, I can't agree or disagree. I think that's open to interpretation a little bit.
Look, I think it's in poor taste, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways to get your message across.
Is that what they're alerting to, though? Maybe this description doesn't do that justice. I might have to try and find a copy of that. And I don't know if it's in... I'll link to it in the show notes. I won't post it in the show notes.
No.
But I'll link to it if I can find it.
Tell us what you think.
I'd be interested. I wonder if it does... If that's the conclusion that they want you to draw. In 2016, they announced its intention of selling at auction Sir Edwin Landseer's iconic 1851 painting, The Monarch of the Glen, which they own, but it's been on loan to the National Museum of Scotland in Edinburgh since 1999. They wanted to sell it as it has, inverted commas, no direct link to our business or brands. Ian Jack, another Guardian journalist, stated that, inverted commas again, any business with a sense of history would give the picture to a public gallery in Scotland, the place without which both the business and the picture would be nothing. It'd be the decent thing. That's fair.
Yeah.
They don't need any more money, for fuck's sake.
No, but they want more money.
Yeah. And in 2017, they were accused of using its huge influence over Irish publicans to pressure some based in Cork City into swapping out craft beer taps, offering Irish-produced craft beer for Diageo beer brands. After several such pubs all did so over the course of one weekend. And of course, they denied the accusation.
Of course. It was just a coincidence.
And what was the thing about all Diageo workers going on strike demanding...
2019, July through to September, might have been November. I think it was late September. They'd been for ages. Diageo had been lowballing all the Scottish workers.
Distillery workers, basically, wasn't it?
And all the union members got together and organised rolling strike action.
I was surprised that it was less than half
less than
of
half.
the employees were actually union members. I come from a pretty heavily unionised workforce.
Whereas I come from a non-unionised workforce, so it's probably, I don't know, we could look at figures, but I wasn't overly surprised.
Okay.
But the unions got together and organised rolling strike action, and hours before that strike action was to begin, Diageo relented and offered slightly more than their lowball offers. And in the end, it was resolved, but fuck, it just leaves a fucking shitty taste in your mouth.
I love it that striking gets shit done.
Yeah, well, fuck.
Or it gets results. Oh, actually, that's so oxymoronic to say that striking gets shit done. It clearly fucking doesn't.
Strike and not get shit done.
Yep. You got anything more to add?
Well, I'm looking forward to doing this series of the Wee Drams, going through the classic malts and tasting them and sharing our opinions with those who choose to listen. And look, fuck, regardless of who owns them, some of those distilleries are wonderful distilleries.
Yeah.
Some of the
definitely.
whiskies are wonderful whiskies.
That's
and
amongst our favourites, actually.
we're going to enjoy the shit out of drinking them and just be slightly resentful that Diageo, making between $11 and $14 billion a year. Fuck. Maybe they could throw a few advertising dollars our way and stop the rot. It's not going to happen.
We'll retract our statements if they want to pay us off.
Look, we could potentially sell out, but yeah.
Is it selling out? See, to me, selling out is doing something that you don't want to do for money.
I don't want to give Diageo a rap for money. No, I don't want to give Diageo a rap, but every man has his price.
Everybody has a price.
So I'm absolutely prepared
I was
not
thinking
rag
that,
out.
I was thinking that the
Diageo
other
any
day,
further.
like how much would it take me to punch my son in the face? And I really don't know if I could.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably punch you in the face for it.
Yeah, see, you'd understand. I can't do it to such an innocent little...
Oh, well, no. He's not a prick.
You're saying I am?
Well, no. You're far more of a prick than your innocent son is. So.
Yeah.
Give it a few years, you'll punch him in the face for free.
Yeah, true. Good point. All right. I reckon it's about time to...
Now that we've destroyed any chance of Diageo offering us any money, I hope they don't. Well, no, we haven't lied about them. Everything that we've mentioned is researched fact.
And anything
Forgive
else
the value of the word researched.
Anything else is our opinion. Know how much anyone who listens with any sense of regularity knows how much disdain we have for marketing practices.
True.
But at the same, we both have a background that's sort of loosely tied to marketing in a way. I respect the ingenuity that goes into marketing, and I think based on our backgrounds as well, we can see through it. It doesn't.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, we tend to not buy into it. We tend to be highly cynical of the practice.
And I spent 10 years in hospitality as well, so I know exactly what fucking the impact Diageo and their campaigns and techniques can have on any size business. But at the end of the day, love them or hate them, they are one cog. For a reason. They are one cog in the vast machine that allows us to drink a shitload of piss, or a little bit of piss, but just drink and have access. Without Diageo, we would not have access to many of these distilleries. Yeah, that's the simple fact.
And they have done some good things in regards to visitors centres and the renovations and refurbishments to a few of these wondrous distilleries.
If Diageo want to throw us a few bucks, we would flip it and tell people about the good stuff they've done. Because no doubt there is stuff, we just don't give a fuck about that because we're angry.
Disgruntled, surly, middle-aged
constantly pissed off. But anyway.
All right, let's hook in. Stick around for the next episode of our Classic Malts Wee Drams.